Atlanta, and I have been in Mary Kay 25 years. So, and I was a former accountant, and so that is what I used to do.
Way more fun, right, Amy?
Yes, absolutely.
I can't even fathom her as an accountant.
For sure. And I'm Jen Bouse. I'm from Springfield, Missouri. And you never know what the weather's going to be like here from morning to night. It changes all day long. I have been a stay-at-home mom, and now I am a grandma, and I'm loving that. So, yeah, I think we're all grandmas, aren't we? All three of
Yeah,
us.
Mhm.
six.
Yeah,
Six.
six grandkids. That's
Mhm.
crazy. How many is grandmas on here? Grandma's rock. Yeah, Jackie is, and about to be another grandma soon. Once
Oh,
soon.
it's the best.
Awesome. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and go into our different rooms. If you want to go to the stress and allergy busters, you're going to go with Amy and Candy. I'm going to open up the breakout room. If you're on your phone, it's going to be in the upper left-hand corner with 4 white boxes, and you can just press that and go right into their room. At 7:55, I'll bring you guys back into the main room. If you want to be with me for weatherproofing your glam, you're just going to stay right here and we'll be together. So, if you can, if you're on your computer, the breakout rooms are at the bottom of the screen. So click the 4 white boxes and click the room that you want to go into. Okay.
Can you do a quick, brief overview of the weatherproof and the stress?
Sure. So weatherproofing your glam is going to go over like finishing spray and powders and waterproof mascara, things like that to help seal your makeup when it's hot and sweaty and all the things. Stress and allergy busters are going to be things that are going to reduce swelling in your eyes. I'm trying to think of what else they were doing in there. I know the eye patches and the Indulge Soothing Eye Mask. And I can't remember the other one, but there's one more in there as well. Yeah, good question. Okay. Anybody need help going to the other room and you need me to get you there?
Yes, this is Sherry. I'm having probably an issue trying to get in the other room for the allergy.
Okay. I'll get you. Let me change your name first so I can get the right iPhone on there. Is it
Okay.
ERRY?
SHERRY. Yes.
There you go. Now I can switch you over. All right, there you go, Sherry.
Okay.
Now you just click the button and it'll get you into the other room. All right, everybody that's on is going to be watching me do the weatherproofing your glam. And if you don't have your phone muted, go ahead and mute that so that we don't have any background noise. And I am recording, and that is because I had several guests who were really wanting to be on and they couldn't be. So I told them I would record for them. So if you're watching the replay, welcome, welcome. This is our spa suites. We do this once or twice a month, and every month is a different theme, and we've got some fun new products next month, so you're not going to want to miss that one for sure. But tonight we're going to talk about weatherproofing your glam. Who struggles with sweat and oil? Anyone? Me for sure. Sweaty and oily for sure. Yes. So as you can tell, I'm oily, and I did that on purpose because I want to show you a few things that will help with that. The first thing I'm going to show you is our blotting tissues. And if you follow me on YouTube, you'll see a funny YouTube video of me using the sheets that cover the toilets in a convenience store. When you go to the bathroom and you pull out the toilet covers, they're made out of the same tissue. And so I was using that to blot my oil in the car one day and made a video. And it's funny because my husband was making fun of me, but these are blotting tissues and they are my best friend, at least in the spring, summer, and the fall. I'm not quite as oily in the winter time, but as you can see, I have a lot of glow. And that is, well, I am kind of hot. I don't know if you can tell. I've got a red chest right now because I'm hot. I didn't turn the air down. I don't know why, but I'm a little sweaty, but I'm also very oily. So all you do is you take the blotting tissues and you just blot your face. And what that does is it picks up the oil without picking up the foundation or makeup that you have on. So can you see that? Isn't that crazy, right? And so you can totally tell, hopefully you can tell a difference between this side and this side, right? And I use the blotting tissues on this one side and not the other. And so I love these. They're great throughout the day. And what happens if you are a powder person, which we're going to talk a little bit more about here in just a minute, but if you're a powder person and you're oily and you decide, oh, I need some powder because I'm oily and it's midday, when you put your powder on, you're going to look like mud on your face because the oil and the powder are going to mix together and it's not going to look good. So blotting tissues are inexpensive and they're going to help pull up that oil, and then you can put your powder on or reapply your foundation, either way. So those are definitely a must, and they come in this little box, and there are 75 in the box. That's upside down. There's 75 in the whole box. So those are a great thing. So now I'm going to go back to when you're putting your foundation on and tell you a little bit about some things that are going to help seal your makeup. Has anybody ever tried our foundation primer before? Marcia has. Awesome. Well, this is our foundation primer, and this feels silky soft when you put it on. And a little dab will do, I'm telling you, that much will do your entire face. And it will this tube will last you, even if you did it every day, probably 6 months. So for those of us that don't use it every day, it will last you a long time. So all you do is you put that on your naked face after your moisturizer, okay? After your skincare, you're gonna put your foundation primer on, and it feels silky and soft, just really, really smooth. Now, what that foundation primer also is going to do is fill in some of the gaps. Do we know what those gaps are? Fine lines, fine lines, pores, anything like that. It's going to help smooth out your skin. So this is a really great product for underneath your foundation, okay? So you're going to do the foundation primer first, and then you're going to use your foundation. Now we have two different types of time-wise foundation. We have the matte and we have the luminous. And these are actually going to get upgraded next month. So if you can keep a secret, I can tell you that next month our Spa Suites is going to be on the new foundations, okay? And I know, I'm very excited because I already love our foundation, but this is going to be an upgrade to the new one, and you're going to love it. So it is still going to be matte and luminous, so you're still going to have two choices of foundation. We also have, gosh, I'm telling you about the new foundations. I might get in trouble about this. It's an IntelliMatch. And so you actually can take a foundation quiz and it's going to match you through the IntelliMatch, which is super cool. I haven't really gotten to play with it yet, but we get all of these next week. Yeah, next week. So I'll get some time to play with them. But the point is, matte foundation is going to be less oily and less shiny than the luminous. So someone like me that's oily or sweats a lot, the matte foundation is probably going to be the one that you're going to want. Okay. So you're going to do foundation primer, then foundation, right? And then you have your choice of, well, not choice, but you could do both. And a lot of people do, but we have two different powders. Can you tell the difference? Hopefully you can. This is our translucent. And hopefully you know what the meaning of translucent is. It means it's clear, right? So if you just want one powder, I would choose the translucent because it's going to carry you through the whole year. It's clear. You're not going to be able to tell the coloring of it. Okay. And a lot of people use it as a baked powder, and you use it with a sponge instead of a powder brush. So here's the powder brush. And when you use the powder brush, I like to put a little bit of the powder in the lid and swirl it around and then use it on your face. However, if you do it with the baked, I should have brought a sponge in here. You can use a sponge with it, and then you would press it underneath your eyes like a highlighter instead of a powder. So there's two different ways that you can use the translucent powder, which that's why I feel like it's very versatile. Now, the silky setting powder is going to come in your skin tone. This is light beige. This is light beige, okay? And if I was going to put this on, again, I have a little bit in the lid here. And I just put a little bit on the end of the brush, and then I would use it all over, okay? And it's going to be... the way we explain it is kind of like a filter for your foundation. It's going to smooth it. Can you tell the difference in my two sides of my face? Yeah, this one is definitely smoother, more filtered looking. This is also the one that I took the oil off of. So, and in my opinion, this one looks lifted. I don't know about you, but it feels like this one is even more lifted because of what I've done between the blotting tissue and the powder. So it's going to give you like a filtered look. Okay. Now, if you like a little bit of a glow, you can go just a shade darker, and it's going to give you a little bit of a glow. Like if you feel kind of pasty in between winter and summer and you just want a little bit of color, go up one in your powder, and it's going to give you the appearance that you're a little bit glowier. You have a little bit more color without having the line in your foundation. Okay. So instead of going up in your foundation, you're still the same color, but your powder is just a little bit darker. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So that is our silky setting powder and our translucent powder. And then one of my favorite things is the finishing spray. And this is like hairspray for your face. I use it every day. And when I'm super oily, I actually use it under my foundation as well as on top of my foundation, because it does give you kind of it kind of like your foundation kind of sticks to it and makes it last longer, which is why I love it. And you want to close your eyes when you use it, and you want to do like a cross and then an X. So I'm going to show you so you kind of know how to do it. Okay. And be sure you close your eyes, but I don't know if you can see, that's about how far you want to be away from your face. And then you're going to go down and then across and then an X like that. It's going to feel wet. Okay. Just kind of like hairspray. It feels a little damp. And within about 30 seconds to a minute, it's going to dry. And so personally, this is my personal opinion, but I like to put that on before my mascara because sometimes I feel like it makes my lashes stick together. It kind of wets the lashes and then they stick together. So I put it on before my mascara. So that's just a tip, okay? Does the translucent nullify the illuminate of the foundation? No, it does not. In fact, this is again my personal opinion. This, let me see if you can see it on my hand. But can you tell it has a little bit of a shimmer to it? I don't know if you can tell, but it has a little bit of a shimmer. So it's going to look a little bit like, it's going to look a little bit like a glowy, I think more, than the setting powder is more matte. So that's a good question because if you don't like that shiny look, or the, like, what do you call it? Not a contour, but a, I've lost my brain. Marcia, what's the name of it? Highlighter. Our highlighters, it's kind of like a highlighter. It is a little bit of a shimmery, luminous look. And so it is definitely different, and a different feel and a different look than the setting powder. So, okay, you would like the translucent powder for sure, because it is definitely not matte for sure. Okay, last thing I want to share with you is our brand new Great Heights waterproof mascara. Who likes waterproof mascara? Who uses waterproof mascara? Anyone? Okay, okay, Tara said she does. Okay, I'm just going to be completely authentic with you. I did not like our waterproof mascara. And I had to use it sometimes because when I would do brides, they need the waterproof mascara because they're sweating, they're crying, you know, all the things on your wedding day, right? And so I honestly did not like the mascara that we had before. That was our waterproof mascara. This, however, is a game changer. Okay. Our new Great Heights mascara is incredible. And the other really fun thing is on the tube, see the little, it looks like a little teardrop or a little watermark right there. That means it's waterproof. So you can tell which one is waterproof without having to read it or get your glasses out or holding it out in front of you, right? So I love that it shows you that it's waterproof. So this is our new Great Heights mascara. I actually use two different kinds of mascara. I use the Ultimate Mascara, and then I use the regular Great Heights mascara. The brush is different. So if you use the Great Heights mascara, you'll know it has a rounded edge. This has a straight edge, okay? So you can see, now the bristles are still the same. They're still very defining brush, okay? But the formula of the mascara is going to be waterproof. But the interesting thing is that the brush is different, which I found interesting. Now, if you don't like waterproof because it doesn't give you enough lift or enough volume, did you know that you can use waterproof over another mascara and it will waterproof the mascara? The rest of our, I'm pretty sure most, I know the Ultimate is, but most of our foundations are water resistant. And what that means is water resistant means that you can cry and it won't streak, but if you rub your eye, it will smear. Okay, that's water resistant. Waterproof, which is what this is, means that you can rub your eye, you can do anything to it and it's not going to smear. Okay, so that's the difference. If you use a different mascara and then you tip with this one, you're going to create the length with the waterproof as well. So if you don't care about length, then the waterproof mascara by itself is going to be your best friend. Okay. Especially for summertime, spring, sports, all that kind of stuff. When I used to run races and that kind of stuff, the waterproof mascara was something I had to use so that I didn't have black eyes at the end of the race, right? But this waterproof mascara is a total game changer because it doesn't feel sticky or heavy. And I think our previous formula was really sticky. I did not feel like I got good length, and I didn't feel like my lashes were even defined, but with this, they are. So those are our waterproofing products tonight, and we have a special deal for you. Let me pull that up. Wrong thing there. Okay, so here's your deal for the night. We have the finishing spray, the foundation primer, translucent powder, silky setting powder, your matte foundation, your Great Heights mascara, and your blotting tissues, valued at $142 total. Tonight, you can get all of it for $111. All right. The prices are individually there too. So if you are just interested in a couple of things, you can see the pricing for just a couple of the things that you might want. But if you want the whole shebang, you got a good deal. Just a little over 20% off tonight, which is our spa suite deal. Anybody have any questions or comments? Did you learn something new tonight? Anybody?
I did.
Good. All right. So no questions? No questions? Okay. I guess I did a good job then.
Is there SPF in the foundation?
Good question. Our foundation does not have SPF, but our foundation primer does. So you get, now if you choose the CC cream, our CC cream does have SPF in it. Yeah, good question. Awesome. Welcome back, everyone.